change the song back over then, and alright, Generation 9, huh? We're in with a slightly changed rule that will annoy people to no end, and you know, there's fun stuff with all the mechanics. Too bad the set itself doesn't have quite as many playable mons as some of them do, but it's not bad, it's just not as outright crazy powerful as the last like 2-3 sets that we've had, is it? So
Well,
which is it's not a bad thing.
probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing.
I'm not complaining
It's a
on.
fine starting area.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I'm not complaining in the slightest. It's more just you look at the set and you go, a lot of this stuff is really cool and the mechanics are great and everything, but it's going to be hard to justify playing these over some of the stuff we've already got. But there is one exception, of course. What do you want?
Heads.
Oh my god, I actually get to go first for a change. Okay. I am on like
Never came up in testing, I'm scared.
I think I'm like 2-13 or 14 or something in the of like getting the choice in the last you know, like 3 weeks that we've been playing. So, you know, yeah, I actually get to go first. All right. Unfortunately, that is slightly unplayable.
I do have a real hand, just choosing that. Yep, that is a Gardevoir.
Yeah, the usual trappings at the moment. I didn't switch out for a second, collapsed in the end. I was tempted, but I didn't. I think this is the first mulligan I've had with this deck, actually. It's kind of weird.
Yep, okay.
Right, and that does have something, but it's not ideal. Alright, this might not last very long. We will draw. Yep. Literally can't do anything, so I'm just gonna say let's just not, because I'm afraid there's literally nothing I can do. So yeah, there's not. What am I supposed to do when I start 3 supporters and no like search, right? So yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
A little obnoxious.
That's annoying, but it's not a thing. No, it's just there's like no point because there's nothing I can do in that hand anyway. So unfortunate. Regretfully have to say we would need to try again. You're still getting a mulligan though. This would have been doable, but you know.
Yeah.
It's okay, I've had quite a lot of good hands with this beforehand, so like I can't really complain too much, so you know, it is how it be. Right, we will draw. I mean, this does look a lot better, I will say. We have plenty of stuff that's worth doing, including starting with that, so you know, VIP Pass is always a good opener. Alright then, there's a few choices as to the way I could go about this. Like, this could be a reasonable time to get Greninja down because I do have an energy in hand. I kind of want to use that energy for retreating though, because Mew is really good to get down on this opening turn. So, kind of pains me to do it, but I think it might be better just not going Greninja off with this one. I don't know, it's like, I guess if I get enough refinements down, do I really need Greninja as the on the board, like as a potential awkward liability point, especially when I don't think I need it against your build specifically, but you see the sheep and you go, if you know the meta at this time, you'll know a lot of them are playing Magnezone V-Star, so you might be thinking, do I maybe need to look at keeping Manaphy as a bench slot, right? So yeah, I think I might just not go Gren here, because I can get Mew and I can get the Ralts down. That much is fine. Yeah, I think I'll shuffle at that because I will go into the Mew here. I'm going to pay the retreat to go to the Mew, and once I zoom in on the card, go for the Mysterious Tail to try and get another one. Level Ball is pretty good. Yeah, I think I will just use that, because Level Ball for routes does seem pretty useful. Because that gets 3 of them down. I have the Zacian anyway, I wasn't going to start that because this guy's got a 2 energy retreat, so it just felt kind of bad to start here in comparison. So instead, I'm going to Fog Crystal for the Psychic, because I think I've got enough routes in play at this point. So I can go Manual Attach and Roar of the Sword to attach another one to the Zacian to end the turn.
Raw.
Yeah. Again, sorry for the dud start in game 1, but, you know.
Yeah, it happens, it happens.
It does.
Back to Miraidon and Tandem Unit.
Yep. We do have that, so you still had that in hand, which is good, so you get...
It was the mull draw, so...
That's fair, but it's like you did start with it in the previous game as well in hand, so it's like it's good that the redo didn't like mess that up, is what I'm meaning.
Yep.
Obviously it makes your starter a little bit worse, but we can handle that, I'm sure. In theory it makes it worse. In practice this could just be like double generator or something here that makes it better that you started this way.
I mean, it's fine as well. If I get beach caught, then this thing just free retreats and it's not a bot.
True. There is also that as well. So like 2 hits off a generator and a beach caught would just kind of get there. That's pretty pretty fun.
200 right now, full bench.
I did leave one spot deliberately open so that it's not a one-shot if you fill up.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I could have gone for like another Pokemon or something there because I did Fog Crystal for the energy, but I was like, nah, I want to make sure there's not an instant shot back here. Would still be painful, obviously, but at least we wouldn't give up 2 prizes too quickly.
Well, I will push it then. How about?
Mm-hmm.
If I could, like, there's no joke. If you fill that last dot, I would be looking at killing the Zacian right now. I would be looking
I'd imagine, yeah.
Get these 2. Use a nest ball.
Mm-hmm.
Put a Radgren down.
Mm-hmm.
Electric generator.
Mm-hmm.
Put the top 5. Attach up to 2 lightnings to a lightning mon, and I whiff.
Oh dear. Okay.
This turns out awkward.
Yeah. Deck plays like 14 or something, so it's yeah.
Save me, Radgren.
Mm-hmm.
Hatch to Raikou. We do have beach court.
Yep.
Serena to draw. Discard 2 Ultra Balls. Oh no, not you.
Yep. I can see that, yeah. Can't exactly play Ultra Ball there anyway to do stuff because Serena does require a discard as well, so
yeah. And this is we have a sheep. Retreat to the Raikou. Fleet-footed.
okay, yep. That's a risk.
Rope.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, we did manually retreat already, so probably not super worried that way. Yeah.
And pass.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like I'm not really too worried about you going generator and like, you know, fund the bench bit. So, okay. The other plus for me is that I didn't get judged or anything there because this hand definitely would have been a lot worse if I did. Because we have a couple of Curlier to play. I mean, obviously not having the Mew in the active is somewhat annoying just because it's like, well, you know, I could have gotten another item and that could have been really good here, but it's not the end of the world. The only question I've got at this point is, do I discard the last card in hand or do I put it down? Because obviously this guy is a bit of a danger, and the realistic thing is I shouldn't put it down, but it does hurt to discard because I drew Zacian for 10. So I'm like, ooh, that hurts, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Research is still perfectly fine here. Oh, this is a weird hand indeed. Okay, well, we are going to refine discard VIP pass, because that's obviously useless now. One of the things I do love about this deck is it gets to do that. Refinement is really cool there. Oh boy, what do we do with that? Well, we go refine, discard a psychic. See, we get... not quite. That's not terrible, but it's just slightly limits what I do. I guess it's okay. This has got 0 retreat with Beach Court at the moment, so I think I will just go in, because I have one more to do there. And then I'm going to level ball for, hopefully, yep, Curlier free. Ordering is obviously important here, because Beach Court would not allow me to do that, so that is fine. I will bounce with Temple of Sinnoh, now that I don't need that bit, just to make it a little bit more awkward for you. And we will refine the third, and discard... I think it's safe to discard Manaphy at this point, to be honest. The bench is full otherwise, so like I'd have a turn to try and find the recovery for it. So I think we'd be fine. And I don't believe there is any real reason to do other stuff. As much as I would love to bench another one, there is still the obvious threat that can come in with that, so I think it is best just to Storm Slash for 150 and take our knockout here. Oh, I had 2 of those on there, that's funny.
Ooh, okay.
It was double imprisoned. Haha.
I'm going to be playing the game. I have 2 Flaafy. Nest Ball.
Yep.
Mary. Fail search the first nest ball. Use another. Please, buttons. Use another.
Yep.
Put the Raichu down.
Yep.
Pour a steel stone and use it.
Uh-huh. Gotta grab that research, I imagine.
I'm thinking, just thinking of the price situation, can I afford to research, or do I have to try and just judge and pray?
I guess
Oh,
Judge works too, yeah. Judge into triple refinement. But it's still a thing, isn't it? Because otherwise I'm just going to keep building this hand.
Yeah, it's like... I'm already so far behind for whiffing turn 1.
That's fair, I understand.
Yeah, so it's Hail Mary Judge, I think.
Okay,
It's a bad idea, and I know it, but if I don't get anything going here, I lose anyway.
I had regular Guardian hand, so I was going to draw another extra bit with that, so I can understand that. But, and we do still have a Fleet Footed to use, don't we? So it's...
Yeah, we'll use the Fleet, and yes,
unfortunate. Okay, yeah,
I think that was going to happen because I knew of this.
2 gens, yeah, okay.
But 1 whiff, 2 gen and prizes, that was just not happening. That was just...
Yeah, I'll let you know. I kind of had it from there as well. I think with the whole like God EX being available too, it's like I can get psychics. The next card being next card being a regular Gardevoir, you kind of cooked. The only thing that would be annoying is the fact if I didn't have, I guess because you're not KOing this anyway, it doesn't really matter. But like the only thing is you did judge me out of an Arven, so I couldn't get to the Seal Stone on my own side. But like, do I really need Seal Stone off of this hand? This was annoying though. Like Miriam being in prize is a bit bleh, but it's really not that big of a deal when I'm going to have like the Guardy set up, right? So the only reason I kind of lament the whole like Arven thing being put back is because Arven could have gotten Vitality banned if I needed to go in with the Guardy EX that turn, right? Because you've only got 200 HP. So it's like if you go in with something that can one-shot here, then it's, well, Guardy EX plus the Vitality band is the way that I would probably go around it. So, yeah. Right, well, that's how it's supposed to play.
Game 3, I guess.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to play going first. Let's see how it goes going second, right? Because I'm assuming you want to go first.
I will be going first.
Yep. Against this deck, I would not blame you for
and
that.
I double tap the 7 button. Classic mistake.
77 card hand, let's go.
Ooh,
Tokens are allowed to be put back in hand, right? Wink. Oh yeah, starting the Raichu is really good. Yep. Okay. This is spooky.
We get to go straight with Raikou as well.
Hmm.
I think I need to play this. Oh, yeah, I'll just do it. Generator.
Okay.
1 hit.
Okay.
And we have a hand attach and fast charge.
Yeah, because this is one of the few attacks you can use going first. That's why this is so spooky. Yeah, I'd be feeling pretty good about this hand if I was this like setup if I was going first, but this is a lot scarier. Okay, but it's not completely awful. I just have to really figure out how exactly I have to do this. The fact if you didn't like Nest Ball or something is, I guess, interesting, but it's obviously you can't support it going first at the moment, so it's just like that could just be the thing. But it's like the fact if you didn't get Miraidon down is interesting. But of course, Miraidon, once it goes down onto a single Nest Ball, just like fills the entire bench, right? Good old one-card combos, am I right? Because Miraidon is a soft once per turn, so it can also get another one out. I do have VIP pass, I'm just half stalling, like trying to think how I'm actually going to do this, because this might be the game where Greninja comes down this time. I know what I'd love to do, but the fact that this guy's got a 2 energy retreat means I can't do it, so like, there's no way that I can actually get the attack off this turn, which would have been really funny. Because Ralts could have stopped you from actually hitting with a Raichu. That's the funny bit, you know. Memory skip is an attack that exists, so too bad I can't do that though. That would have been fun. I also can't retreat to Mew in this case because I don't have enough energy to do that, so that's not happening either. So it's just, what else are we looking at here? I think, I mean, obviously Aralts is going down, but I think given all the circumstances here, this is the game where Gren is going to make more sense to put down, because that is going to be important in the long run. I do have that Aralts as well. I think this just needs to get shuffled up at the moment. It's just such a weird, like, gambit to have here, I guess. It's, I don't know how I don't just like fall too far behind off of this, but it's a weird one. I really want to bench it, but I just don't know if it's a good idea. Let's conceal first then, because I do have Psychic in hand. I think it's better to just make sure that I get that first. Yeah, that probably was a good idea. Yeah, let's just do it. Ultra Ball, discard the other Zacian and Psychic Energy. We are going to grab Aralts. And then the reason I kind of like, let's just do it, is because Judge is the supporter I've got to use. So
yeah, I'll just show us the stream benefit. Because
Ha! Yeah, that was about everything. That was about everything I was thinking. Yeah.
Punished for holding the stadium too, but it's like, well, if a player gets bounced, so
It's fine. Okay, nothing better to do with the pit. I'm just thinking what the... Like, Roar of the Sword is happening, but it shouldn't happen on the active, obviously, because you can just discard all your energy and then I die, so... I think it's probably got to go on the routes then. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll put it there. As much as I would love to, it's like you are just going to hit me if I like and kill me if I ping it. I had the, as you saw, I had the other Zacian in hand. The temptation was to bench it as well, but I don't think that was a good idea in the end. Because it just, like, as much as I want it here, it seems like it would have been too high roll to...
Yeah, I'm just thinking about my own hand here, because I've got this Ultra Ball. I'm playing this Ultra Ball. Yep. I have 3 supporters in my hand. 2 are getting Ultra Balls.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yep.
I'm just thinking... Yeah, I should be trying to keep you off setup, so I will discard the Research and Serena.
Yep. It's troubling, but yep.
I guess we my Miraidon.
Mm-hmm.
Now a tandem unit with. Pull sheet down. Patch to. I guess the Raikou, it's unlikely to matter. Last card is Judge.
Yeah. Yep.
See what the debate was, but the fact that I have pretty much guaranteed KO here regardless.
Yeah, it's understandable. And this is where it's like, that was the debate of putting the other Zacian down, because it's like, if I did put the other Zacian, then maybe Arven could have been a play here.
We rip it, get 2 priders.
Yeah, so 60 for each energy discarded across your board, so 240 takes you to, I think this has got to be the one that comes up. And we will draw. Oh, wow, that is a hell of a draw, actually, okay. Ah, that changes literally everything about how I was going to do this. Yeah, holy fuck. Alright. Right, let's conceal first. Discard Psychic, draw the 2.
Funny.
Drew into 2 more Psychic Energy, that's just hilarious. Yeah, see, this is obviously one annoyance about having the Zacians down, but we're okay. Ultra Ball, discard a Psychic. I know what I should do, but can I afford to just discard all the Psychic? Probably. Like, it's not that big of a deal at the moment. Yeah, we will. We will. Okay, are all the pieces in the deck here? That is in there. That is in there. Don't tell me the last bit's prized. Oh, of course it is. The Arven is prized. God damn it! This would have been so good. But now, actually, now I think I just lose. Yeah, I just lose. Because the Arven's in the prizes. I have Guardian in hand, and I was gonna Arven for Vitality Band plus Rare Candy and win the game just about from there. Because you're not KOing Gardevoir with 270 HP in the active bit. And yeah, I do 200. I take this out. I think I legit just win the game if I can get that. But the Arven's prized, so I can't do anything. So Yeah. Okay, so I've only lost to RNG with this deck. I don't think I've lost a legit game against this without RNG. So fair enough. It's how it is. But yeah, not really much to say.
Best yet. I think that's pretty certain. It's
yeah,
playable, but
yeah.
not its best.
No, it's unfortunate because obviously the first game was like Cresselia, and then it was like 3 supporters, an energy, a vitality band or something, and I just couldn't, like, a Curly I think was in hand as well, so there's just nothing I could do there. Obviously you saw the second game, I just kind of went and everything was great, but then that last one I just... Yeah, and I understand that. And then yeah, that last one is like literally if the Arven isn't prized, I win the game, because like how are you beating Gardevoir EX in the active at that point?
Yeah, because I did have a plan to hit back next turn, but it was the Raikou.
Yeah, I wasn't benching anything else. I had nothing else to bench. I wasn't able to even look at benching anything else there. So yeah, legit, it would have just been if Arven was in deck, I get the item, the rare candy, I get the tool, the probably vitality band because it makes the most sense in that spot. Saves the choice belt for later in case I need it for you know, hitting with the Guardi with the single prize Guardi with less energy and whatnot. That was the whole reason I put Vitality Band in the deck in the first place instead of one of the level ball, and I think it worked out. Like, that honestly was the play. It would have been the well set thing, but like I just what was I gonna do from there otherwise? Because I'd have to probably research, which then discards the EX, right? And then how am I getting to the EX plus the candy at that point? It just isn't happening, right? So, yeah, legit. I think it was solely because, and this is something I included in the deck as well. Is the Arven to help with like early setup stuff, and it's just like it's the one bit.
You have one job.
Because Arven being able to search for Forest Sealstone and like rare candy or something is usually the bit, because you can go search Forest Sealstone and the candy, use the candy with the Sealstone to get Gardevoir and get the EX online like turn 2 and go from there. And well, it nearly happened, but I don't think I can justify playing more than one Arven in the deck at the moment. No, like I know I have 3 tools in here at this point, but I think it's already kind of stretching it a bit thin, playing it as is.
Charm, no.
Yeah.
The TM engine's out for a while.
Yeah, it would have to come at the cost of like one of the disruption cards or something, and that just doesn't feel right, you know. Like I had Roxanne in hand, but obviously can't play Roxanne that early in. It's like, yeah, it would probably just have to be instead of that.
I was gonna have to play that anyway, I think, because my line from there is it's probably gonna involve rope, because you can get a switch out set up.
Yep. Yeah, which then means that you would have been on 3 prizes going into my next turn, which, because I'd probably give up the Greninja. I've already discarded like 6 energy at that point, right? So it's, well, the 6 energy accounted for, because 1 was on the routes, 5 were in the discard. So it's like Greninja's probably served its purpose at that point, and yeah, I wouldn't be discarding the Roxanne, I'd be discarding the other stuff in the hand for it, because Arven obviously doesn't make me discard my own hand. So I'd be like, to hell with it, yeah, with the V's at this point. I'm just going to use like the 200 damage on the EX and Brainwaves to do the rest of the job. I'm pretty sure I could get it done with against this deck with that that sort of setup.
Hits this deck very well.
Yeah,
because it hits the Raikou and the Raikou, and go with Miraidon, sure, that's 220, but that's not always available.
And that's
start that turn. Do you think about that, unless I just opt free generator or something?
Yeah, and even if you do manage that, that's what Brainwave is for. Like, in fairness, I wouldn't have had a Curlier down that turn. That is the one sort of disadvantage. But like, you know, I can still just go for Brainwave and stuff on as my like actual plan versus the Miraidon. So. And if you're having to rope, that means, again, the Greninja's going, which means Roxanne is a thing, so you'd be down at 2 cards with no, like, draw engine available, basically. So, yeah, I think I'd have been very heavily favoured if the Arven was available in that game. But it is what it is, you know? Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you would hope. But you see the power of the deck even just from the little bit that we did. I don't even think I had the Gardevoir EX in play at any of the games in the end, but like the whole point is this thing just accelerates every energy you ever want from the discard pile. It does have a bit of a cost to it, but that doesn't matter when your attacks are all like scaling off of the stuff you do. You can easily get 2 free prize KOs with this every turn basically, and it can be surprisingly low prize investment itself as well. So even though it does tend to go behind a little bit, as the third game was loosely indicating there, oh, it's got comeback potential. So yeah, 2 things missing at the moment. Have to play Miriam because Super Rod is not available, because Ordinary Rod obviously rotated. So like, I don't hate this card, but I do think it's the weakest card in the deck at the moment, which is, it's crazy when you actually read what this does and you think, this is like Pot of Avarice but better sort of thing, right? And it's just like, how is this the weakest card in the deck? But legitimately, I think it is, because like, you do need the other supporter stuff that you've got here. And I mean, there's so much search, there's so much consistency. Like, I cut a level ball for Vitality Band and I barely even feel it. It's like, it's one less thing to get to the Curlier maybe, but that's why I've added Mirage Step in here. Because I'm okay giving up like 1 or even 2 early prizes if I can get all of the setup done, right? And once I get that setup done, it's like I can start trading more favorably in to most decks. And it's either like 3 prizes if it's a Mew deck, or it's the trading 2 prizes with a 1 prize the whole time, and it's just really hard to recover the state on the enemy side. This is one of those decks that just plays off the board as soon as it gets it set up proper, right? So it barely even gets affected by Roxanne's and all of that stuff if you've played it well. So yeah, it won't be the last time we see it, but it probably will be for a little bit, because I'm not just going to spam one deck all the time of that, obviously. I've said that before, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see this another couple of times going in the future, because this deck undergoes some pretty big changes as we scale Scarlet Violet. So not least of all when like this and this rotate, but that's not for a while. So yeah, TMs obviously make a huge difference in here, and then nowadays it's Monkey Dory based, which is very fun to think about. So you know, don't be surprised if it makes a comeback, is what I'm saying. But yeah. And then Miraidon will get better as we go along, as we have mentioned already. It's not in a terrible like opening place, but it almost feels
tier 2
like,
right now, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, it's playable, but it's not the top best thing in the room.
Yeah. There's like Flaafy is nice, but Flaafy is often kind of a liability sometimes more than anything, because this just clunks the deck a little bit more than you would like, right? It sounds weird saying that, but it's just like any sort of potential dead card that you could put down, especially a 60 HP thing in the Sableye meta, is difficult to thing in. It's like ideally you would just not play it, I think, would be the hope, but you kind of have to at the moment, I think, because we don't have Bravery Charms and stuff like that yet, so it's kind of hard to keep these guys alive for long enough to make an impact, I guess, that way. It's kind of tough, isn't it? Because, like, I guess they don't make an impact versus Giratina in that aspect anyway, but, you know. Matchups are just a bit hard for it at the moment, but it is a very efficient deck, we'll give it that, because it can do some pretty cheap attacking, and it's got the scaling potential as well, so, like, Raichu is very strong there.
Well, I'm going to hit Electric Generator is a silly card.
Yep.
It didn't get a good showing today, because
nope.
Of course it didn't.
Nope. We had much better showings in practice.
4 or 5 energy off of these per game.
Yep. Yep.
When
It just
happens.
Yeah. Oh well. I like the single prize Zapdos. We did include this as we went through as well, but I do like the single prize Zapdos in here. Really just like checks the little numbers that can mess you up a bit. Like even just as simple as now Miraidon can hit Dragonite for a one shot, right? The Dragonite V. That's kind of neat. But the extra 10 really does help with stuff like Raikou as well. Like, imagine if you had 2 of those in that second game or something, right? And just being able to actually get the number that I was denying you in that game.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of fun, right? But unfortunately, sheep kind of takes precedence right now, so...
Yeah, because I needed that 4 energy blowout play. It was only possible because I had 2 sheep down.
Yes.
If I didn't have 2 sheep down, it was prey for generator.
Yes, so... Yeah, like I said, there's always different ways of playing the stuff with it here, but this is, I think, the most consistent overall one right now. Like, it's got the longest term game plan, I think, is the best way for it. Because you could play like a Pokestop build and have all the stuff that way around and just be like, try and hit the generators there, probably recycler to energy recyclers, put them back into the deck, right? So that you can hit them more. But that's inherently less consistent than having the recovery aspect of this. So...
The other alternative is try regular Lecky type stuff, try to push your Photon Blast up to V-Star killing range.
Yep.
Wouldn't do anything in this matchup really, but it would fix the numbers in a lot of others.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's like
it would have buffed the Raikou up if it got to turn 2, but
so the one thing I'm thinking is like yes, you say it wouldn't matter. It deters me from using the EX as an attacker because like especially if I don't manually attach or like roar the sword to it. Then I'm going to be on 250 HP if I ever actually attack with it, right? And that's a single Aleki to Photon Blaster KO, which is not great. So yeah, it would stop me probably doing the whole Vitality Band Miracle Force. And that's like my bulkiest hit, because everything else is self-damage to the point where, as you say, it doesn't matter. I guess, funnily enough, it could also mean you could, like, Electro Ball or Rear Kick for a KO on some of my stuff sometimes. That would be very funny. But, obviously, you're not playing the sheep in the same thing as it, so...
No, that's a different build entirely.
But it just would be very funny to see, yeah, Rear Kick for 40 or for 70. 2 prizes, thank you very much. All sorts of dumb stuff. But yeah, I think the only weakness of this that I see, apart from just getting outsped, is the lack of Switch and the lack of ability to play Switch, really. Because naturally you don't need to most of the time, because this acceleration is so powerful that it's like inherently you can just attach 1 to the active and then pay to retreat, or attach 2 if you need to, pay to retreat, and you could accelerate the same energy again, because it just isn't, like, restricted that way. But a couple of caveats with that is that, well, then you're vulnerable to those paralysis shenanigans from last round, potentially, but also you can only accelerate to psychic types. So if you've burned all of your energy, which is not possible to recover from the discard in other ways in this deck, because no Super Rod, right? That means that you could have like one of your water types utility mons trapped in the active spot if you just don't have an energy to hit. And ideally we'd play Birdkeeper, but that rotated, so yeah, it's like right now there is no real space to put the switching stuff in, because you need as much consistency as you can to get going. This is one of those decks that, like, even looking at this one, it is playing 13 Mon searches, right? Which feels absurd, but it's the type of deck that needs it, right? Because you need to have everything, like, going to be able to establish the Exodia type board, right? And you know, you just need as much search as you can get. There's not really any space for switching.
And then there's that one guy who plays Snorlax way early.
Or Spidops, if you can isolate.
Yeah, Spidops.
Yeah,
works too.
Spidops, Gust, like Greninja would probably be really nasty. You could just, if you have enough like cards and stuff in your own thing from there, you could probably just draw pass for the rest of the game in theory, right? Because I've only got like 1 Judge and a Pow Pad to solve that. So yeah, it's that's the one potential weakness that I'd have with this, but I don't really think there's a way of fixing that without compromising the deck too much. You'd probably...
It's not a thing people did often at the time anyway. Like, I'm looking through it. Snorlax still is 20 most used
Yeah.
less than 1%, you would not play with that in mind. You would.
Yeah. And, like, even thinking about that, it's like, so long as you don't start Lumineon or Manaphy or something like that, then you should be okay against Snorlax, because everything else you can do stuff with, right? Even technically speaking, even the Mew, you can do stuff with. I do want to point out, actually, and again, as a point against the Snorlax stuff, some of these lists did play Penny as a one-off, but it can only pick up basics. That's why I kind of ditched it for the Arven. But some of these lists, including the one I initially got this based this on, do play one Penny, and that would help you in that exact matchup, being able to pick up the active that they gusted in. And then current Snorlax blocked does not have any way of forcing that from hand to, you know, field. So yeah, that would be the idea. But I'm not playing that because I
No, I have a way to foot from hand because modern Snorlax has Erika's. It's discard they can't.
Erika doesn't exist right now. That's in 151.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you said it was about mod. I thought you were talking about mod.
No. Like, as in where we are in format right now.
Yeah, I got confused.
No, because they'd have a company in Flute and stuff at the moment as well to thingy a whole bunch of stuff that way. So it's like, yeah, you wouldn't be safe doing that right now. But right now you would also have 1 or 2 Turo scenario in the deck, which we can't play in here. So, you know, counterplay in that.
Which is also a really powerful card.
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Fuji was a good card back then. It's still a good card now.
Yeah. And Mr. Fuji was potentially more restricted too, because it was bench side. Right, who do you want to play first then, Sai?
I'm fine with either, so...
Alright,
Who wants to play first?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you want to do then, Pepper?
I might as well keep playing then.
Fair enough, yeah.
Oh, right. To change my color.
I know that was a bit of a longer sort of discussion point than we often have on some of these things, but I do think, especially with it being like the new deck for the stuff there, I do think it was worth going over some of the stuff that we
need to pad this video run time so people think the game goes on longer.
Oh please, we don't need to pad anything with that. This is already, you know, these are already like up to 2.5 hours long anyway, right? So.
Random psychic deck in the middle of the map, so...
Oh, that was also a copy of Sai's deck, okay.
Heads or tails?
Heads. You're good at flipping those. Okay.
I will go first. Okay, let's start with the alternative. So it's not on cost. Nest ball. Put an Arc V down. Check my. Make sure.
Yeah, double check your stuff here.
Yeah. Yep. That's needed. Attach the Arc V and pass it to you there.
That's pretty helpful.
Yes, it is. For selecting, I'm going to get a bunch of these tokens.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we can drag them over from the other one. Additional V-Star markers, hell yeah. I know the mechanic didn't last long enough, but I'm almost surprised they didn't pull like a Missy Lorelei or the Bonnie sort of thing again with V-Stars.
Maybe they're just scared of it being used somewhere silly.
That's fair.
Like, can you imagine Lugia if he got to use his things again?
Yeah, but I mean, like, Bonnie was restricted to specifically Zygarde, and then Misty Lorelei was like a heavy discard and restricted to Waters, so they could have done it that way.
Switch card.
Maybe some what specific V-Star you'd boost that way.
Flower selecting.
Like,
Probably
be
Grass, I would imagine, would be the best one.
Grass. That means you got Leafeon. So it's basically a boss with Leafeon.
It's like Leafeon, Superior, and Lilligant would probably be the options as the main things there. Yeah, see the heavy ball.
With Leafeon, you just play boss.
Sure, yeah. But then you're also playing Leafeon V-Star, so...
Don't think you have spread.
And the card is...
Dun da da da!
Yeah, I do have to see it. I do have...
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah,
I was just...
doing the thing over
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We were getting there.
Pokegear 3.0. We do hit.
Hell yeah.
Of course, this experiment.
Good.
Yeah, for context, Sai has been on a tear with this deck so far, and it does not look to be stopping anytime soon. This has been quite the trip seeing this deck go. Yep, Trapeon doesn't do anything here. Fog Crystal is probably fine. It's one that you would like to play, but other stuff is usually going to be better.
Especially if you got a Comfey in hand like that.
Yep, that was one of the ones that got picked up off it, so...
Rope.
Yep, rope.
Okay. That may save me a headache. That makes it...
Maybe.
Flower selecting.
I mean, it also is potentially threatening 110 damage on this thing before it gets going, right? So... Ooh, now that's a big one then. If you're getting rid of that, this must be a really good card. Yeah.
Nest ball. We can actually check the deck for once.
I'm almost surprised. I mean, I know why you did. I think I know why you did, but I'm almost surprised you didn't nest ball before the before using the flower selected. Then.
Actually, do I grab the fourth one of that, or do I? No, I should probably get another attacker. Yeah, we'll not be greedy, just get another attacker.
Yeah, we are at like 5 cards in the lost zone at the moment, so it's not unreasonable to just go like.
And no, you're not getting out of this that easily.
Damn it.
Yeah, you wish you were.
I don't think this affects the math any, so I'm probably not going to put down the Holucha for now.
Yeah, I think you save it for now.
Spit innocently.
Bing.
Just be those piranha plants in DS Mario Circuit, just yucking loogies at the opponent. That is still the funniest sound effect in the entire game of that. I don't care what anyone says for the bit there.
I'm ult ball. I'm always discarding this Drapion. And honestly, I'm discarding this bait. This Basin's going to have to go anyway, looking at the hand.
It's kind of amusing.
Jason
It's
helps
like,
me as well.
yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it? Because you could get the you could use it on Charizard. So yeah.
Yeah, I have seen Lost Zone decks play Basin.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can,
we
I
get
can
the
understand why.
V-Star.
Yeah.
We have our own Basin.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I should research Send this fire.
Makes sense.
Okay. Rope.
Yeah, that's just a which part of the board are you willing to give up sort of bit, and
Cadet. We got Starbirth. That's E. That always happens. That is not optional.
gee, I wonder what that card might be. Oh, what a shocker! It's that card. Okay.
Do I just drop it on top of the Rayquaza? It is in sort of getting lost mind range, which isn't impossible next turn.
No, if you have another turn the same as the last one, it is 10 in the last turn at that point.
Okay. These two play a nest ball.
This would be the classic sort of question. Yeah.
I don't want to mess around with her.
So this could be a
DC, the horror of everyone in the room.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I will use my basin
to get to the chocolate. Yep.
Yeah.
So
if you stabilize, it's dying anyway.
yeah. So this could be a good spot to be like just one classic sort of question that a lot of people that are newer to TCGs could come up with. It's like, why'd you search the nest ball instead of just getting the Rayquaza directly there when you know?
And we'll do our Trinity Nova.
Yep.
To which the answer is obviously deck thinning. Is the thing is if you get the Rayquaza directly, then the nest ball is still in the deck and could be a dead draw later. Whereas now it's been properly used.
What did they just forget to die? Because
Trinity Nova does do 200. So yeah, you do kind of need to.
Yeah, my bad.
You
I always forget.
So it's not a complete issue, but you probably want the opportunity to bring Comfey in.
Yeah, no, that's my bad. Now the eternal question: flower selecting or colors? Probably fine selecting first.
I don't think this decision matters that much in most cases.
Yeah, I think conventional wisdom is usually said to support it first, just because you get more cards, like you see deeper into the deck and you get more cards out of it. But I think it's also fairly marginal here.
I don't think we need.
Yeah, fourth one is probably excessive at this point.
Colorless experiment. Well, we want that. We want that. And we want that.
Seems pretty solid then. Yeah. Nest Ball, Pokegear.
Nest Ball and Pokegear going. We're at 8. Switch card. Flower selecting. Oh, that is a bit of a choice. think getting this into the discard's more important than this right now.
Fair enough. It certainly is an option, yeah, I can see that.
I don't know if extending one further right now is the correct play.
Even if you do, looking at this hand, it's like you can't attack with the Sableye anyway, right? If that's
No.
because yeah, we don't have the switch here to do it.
I think that going down's probably correct.
Yep.
We'll retreat out and
This is maybe
spit with a cram.
it's maybe considerable. We want to do there's potentially one other thing that might be worth doing first if you want to check the. I mean, the choice belt's fine. I'm not saying anything about that. It's more just looking. It's looking at what's already been done. It's like there is one other reasonable card in hand. I wouldn't play that at the moment, just because you don't need to right now. If you take a look at what's there, yeah, because we did see this before. Yeah.
Rayquaza.
Because it's better to use that now, I think, because that card is never going to be playable. So yeah, because this like messes up a bench slot and everything as well. So it's
not just bench slot, but prize math. Like if you look
yeah.
at my board plan, I was trying to make him go through all of this.
Yep.
Including one VMAX.
Yep.
That so means there's a lot of potential to eat around my banana.
You probably
actually.
It's up to yourself whether you put that down, but you also probably want to base in here, right? Before the turn ends, because I thought that's the whole point of why you discarded the fire energy, is because it's like you can get that going like now, so it cheats the energy system a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't know whether I put it on this so that Zard can come in and deal with some of the bigger health guys.
It's understandable.
There is another one in deck, but at the same time, that could very easily get lost zoned.
So the only thing that Zard doesn't deal with after you spit on this active is the this one, right, when it evolves. But then that choice belt's not going to hit that anyway. I don't know. It's up to yourself.
It does mean I have to put less on it for Lost Mine, though, so
That's
it's
fair.
probably best.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just spit for the 110.
Okay. And
again, sorry if that was like doing too much there. I just figured it was worth pointing out. There was more to do.
Okay, we'll go for new plan then. I'm putting this down.
Yeah, this thing's a pest.
This Ultra Ball is always happening. This turn.
Thankfully, Zard being at 140 health means it's not gonna die to the Delphox. So
I'm just thinking what my support for turns likely to be from this position. Yartby's always going. I don't need that at this point.
very fitting that the Delphox comes down when Extend Ash is the song at the moment. I don't know, it just seems like it's no Moltres, but it seems like it's the right sort of spot for it.
No, I don't think I get that, so I will. Yeah, we'll toss the boss as well then. Yes. There is a world where I would have targeted down that choice belt, but I don't think that's gonna matter this game. Put this thing in. I will attach this lightning to the Delphox. And judge.
Oh, that's fine.
I guess it's kind of hard to actually attack with that Delphox this turn, isn't it? So
there's a few things I can do it with, but
yeah, it's not impossible, but
this is step one. Fire off. And the rest of this hand, I'm gonna put Azure Pulse.
so
Got these 3 draw 3.
Yep.
Okay.
This game, dude.
Do not. I'll pay the retreat. Move. Actually, no. I should take off the arc, not the ray. Move 2 fires to the active, and I can now magical fire.
Yeah, 120, snipe 120.
2 to Lost Zone, and kill a conflict. Kill.
Okay.
That is a fair price. So
Fog Crystal. I'll send the VMAX.
Okay.
Sweet and Heavy Ball.
That makes a bit more sense now, yeah.
Fog Crystal. Flying Entry. Damage the active.
2
and-
bench.
Nope.
Cannot
Oh,
damage
sorry.
the active.
V-Star and the Delphox.
Okay.
Combustion Blast for 280.
Yep, that is a big boom. And draw. Oh, my prize map broken. I will. I'm pretty sure this is not going to give you an easier way to my 6 prize at this point.
Yeah, now it's a bit of a dilemma, isn't it?
I will throw down the manual attach. Anything is. I think the first Azor pulse always happens because I drew 3 fire range off my last Azor.
Which I thought you were going to use, but use one of them instead of discarding a DTE. But you know.
Second Azor pulse. Okay, right. Very funny. I'll use my basin.
You will not use my right hand.
Raihan is an honorary Magma Basin, let's be real.
You I don't think I open up a path. Put it on here direct. This might open up Sableye nonsense. Right now, can't quite get the double KO with Sable. And paint tree, just making more. Right, I do think the art's going in. Yeah, keep that case of thingy. Move these 3 up. And we will use Trinity Nova to take KO. Fail search.
Flower selecting. We love choices.
Oh, okay.
Flower selecting.
Yes, do you want the switch or do you want the switch with consequences? Consequence being a nothing.
No, that doesn't do it. I just did not find my claws. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Like,
I
they were
feel-
in here.
I thought it was surrendering.
You know, I am. They were both in here.
I think you should have knocked out the Delphox, but that's me.
Yeah,
maybe.
the Delphox was my main way into this matchup because it can take 2 prizes on you. Nothing else on the board can.
Like, I get, obviously, Manaphy was there in the end, but, like, I feel like you needed to take prizes if you were going down to a no-card hand. And you shouldn't have attacked and taken 2 prizes with the Delphox. You should have hit the Charizard. Because you opened up to the Combustion Blast in the first place. If you'd have taken just 1 prize that turn, you would have not allowed him to.
I was
Combustion
scared of
Blast
my
for
own
2
base
energy.
and giving it to him.
How? Like, you'd have to discard
wait,
the
no.
energy first, and also bench only, and also it puts 2 damage, which would have KO'd the Charizard.
Oh right, that kills the Zard, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly
it does.
Damn, I didn't think of that.
If I had found my Clara, I would have still been in there, but it's
Yeah.
just, it's oh well. Sometimes you just don't find what you need.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, again, you've been on an absolute freaking tear with this deck, and I think is the one we're on the other side.
No, 1 second then.
That's alright. Just
What?
who's moving where?
Oh, we,
Nice synchronized spread out there as well.
Yeah, I'd get used to playing around come from behind cards again. We haven't had any of those for a while, have we?
Yeah, Roxanne has been like the only real thing, isn't it? So, which is a good start. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's like Roxanne and potentially the Zard. Yeah, no, the only reason an attack even happened that turn is because you gave or you took an extra prize that you didn't need to, sort of thing, off of it. So
maybe I guess I was too scared of the second fire.
Again, how would it have gone on though
been.
when there's only 20 health left? How would because this already
Yeah,
had 20 from the first.
Yeah, I didn't
use of
consider the
this.
damage math. I didn't consider the damage math either because I was thought I was like, no, getting that child doesn't progress my game state. I guess maybe I was in too much of a race mentality at that point because that's what this single prize decks have normally come down to is damage race, prize race.
So like the obvious. Go on.
I was scared of my Armarouge getting sniped off at any point and making things much more restricted for me.
Yeah, I mean I can see that. The other thing with that turn is I don't think you should have I don't know if you should have discarded the DTE for Pain Retreat, right? Because could we not have used the fire from hand, pay 2 to retreat, and then basin 1 back? Like, is that not?
I honestly didn't expect I'd be going in with Arc again. I'll be honest.
No, I was meaning when you paid the DTE to retreat with the Arc in the first place.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm just saying, even if you're not expecting to thing in, it's like, well, you didn't have any energy to basin.
I wanted to preserve the fire on board, but I had basin. But
yeah,
that's putting more counters on my guys, which is scary into this thing specifically.
Like, I kind of get it, but like,
again, maybe I'm just not used to playing against this kind of build. Because my old matchup, as in practice, my fear was, okay, I'm going to lose my prize race to Sableye here. Whereas maybe that's not the fear for this deck specifically. Maybe this deck should be more scared of Radzard shenanigans.
The Zard definitely is a huge sort of hit here, because it does have the potential to one-shot the Arceus V-Star. So that is a pretty big annoyance for sure. Yeah, so this sort of Lost Box deck is obviously a bit different because we don't have Mirage Gate in here, because we don't really need Mirage Gate, let's be fair. Like, we have single energy attacks on the bit here, and this gets to be a single energy attack. So, and if it isn't quite yet, well, that's what Raihan is for. So, that's
1 or 2 energy, hopefully 1 energy, 0 energy if you're playing it down.
Yep.
If it's attacking, you have bigger problems. If it's attacking, you have bigger problems.
And it's called getting DQ'd because you don't play the energy to attack with either of those. So it's called Charge.
Yeah, that's I think his hand going down to 4.
So yeah. Yeah, we didn't quite get enough Steve. We just missed that one bit here. I think it was like 1 chorus was prized, and of course 1 got lost zone, so we kind of ran out of steam, I think, in the late sort of side of that game, which was a bit unfortunate. But otherwise, we saw most of the idea of this one as well. The Ray does do a whole...
Radiant Heatran here.
Yeah, just
not really for this matchup.
Nah, let's be real. I mean, it could be, but yeah, not really. And it's like, yeah, the Ray didn't actually attack in the end because it's not very good at attacking into this matchup. Because, I mean, I guess you do get to modulate how much energy you discard, but its numbers are, like, horrendous into the start of this,
its purpose in this matchup is Absorb Pulse, and if it gets to endgame without damage on, it can go up and not fear Zard.
But, yeah, the Delphox is really cool. Like, I've wanted to play this in a couple of different bits. It's just fire is kind of hard to support for the most part, but it's got just about enough stuff where it can do things here. Arceus Delphox is something I did hear about, at least, because I mean, we saw it with Raikou, the Amazing Rare one. 120, 120 is a really good number set to have, so yeah, definitely very strong. And Manaphy is not necessarily the first thing you're going to put down. Like, I know it was Price, so that's not the thing. Like, Manaphy's not the first thing you would expect to put down against a deck that's got Arceus and Rayquaza, right? So it's one of those that can just kind of like catch the right moment to do its thing.
Yeah, this would have been super rogue at the time as well. This is actually based off an Obsidian Flames era deck list. so wasn't actually played at the time.
Yeah, like I can see it.
Because obviously the Rays in that format, you can tank plus Charizards with Ray. With 4 energy on this, that's 340. That's a dead Zard.
Yeah, just about, isn't it? just slightly. 10 over, you know.
Dead most things, to be fair.
Yeah. One thing I think that like Arceus and Delphox is kind of cool for is that, yeah, it slightly lowers the damage on it, but you could double turbo the Delphox and Lost Zone the double turbo because it's 2 energy, not 2 energy cards. Yeah, you're only doing 100-100 at that point because it does still retroactively like count the debuff, right? But 100-100 is still enough to KO a lot of the stuff you'd be using Delphox against. So that's kind of one cool thing that like Arceus Delphox in particular can do is yeah, just like effectively only Lost Zone 1 energy for the thing that way, and then this is still an active threat in the next turn that's got to be dealt with, you know? So, lots of cool little bits that you can do like that. It just makes it, yeah, it makes things like this a lot of fun to play. And again, we know how nasty the actual effect of this attack is, because we have seen this play out before, and ouch is the only thing that can be said for that, right?
Yeah, at least this deck isn't getting out as quickly as Raikou could in some older decks.
Yeah! Yeah, probably not, but still. Yeah. Lost Box obviously adapted and evolved as we went through with this stuff, and yeah, Saya's kind of won just about every game he's played with this so far otherwise, so it's definitely been a nasty deck to go against, that's for sure. And yeah.
This was a pain.
The only reason I said anything about that, by the way, is because he did accidentally show you it. Even if briefly he showed you it off the flower selecting, so I was like, well, you should already know that it's there, so you probably should just use it at that point. You know?
This thing is such a like it's a necessary evil, but it is an evil.
Oh yeah, is it ever? The funny
you haven't seen Mage Rapian starts.
The funny thing is, again, like the one thing this is okay with in a deck of this particular nature, it is still good against Gardevoir. Because Gardevoir EX is Dark Weak, and so you can go ahead and with the Armor Rouge and stuff, you could move up enough energy to the Drapion to KO Gardevoir EX, if that actually comes up. And that could be a good momentum swing in that matchup. Let's just
DTE plus 2 fires gets there.
Yeah, like even DTE is possible with a bit, but yeah, you could just shift up and then it stops your Ray being in the active at that point. You're giving up fewer prizes for the same result, sort of thing. So like, that's the only other good thing.
It's on the Radiant Heatran, which
yeah,
if it goes down late, could be a serious uh-oh moment.
Yeah, you can. You need enough. You can just like swing onto the Tran, and then it's let's just say nuclear is probably the best way of putting it at that point.
I don't think any format ever lives that.
Without any additional damage counters on, I regret to inform you there is technically stuff that would survive a 6 damage counter Heatran. It's called Hero's Cape. We could get 440 HP dudes. Yep.
I would also have accepted Heatproof.
Yeah, but Heatproof could be cancelling clones, so you know. That's just the best one I could come up with for it, so there you go. Right then, I guess I'd better get out the other deck, which I haven't played in like 2 weeks, but that is totally fine. When I find where it is, there we go. That. So, well, tried to click it as the camera was rotating and it didn't work, so hell yeah.
Probably drop some of these.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just drag out more damage counters when I need them to myself. Alrighty then, let's see how this one goes. I've been... Oh, apart from just flipping those over. Oh man, it's yellow now. Let's go for Tails. Hey, wow, okay. This is what happens when I haven't won for ages, right? I will go first with this. That's a lot of grass energy, and not much else. Okay. Well, this is not a mulligan, and I do actually only have one choice that I can put down, so...
No, can't put that down. It's not... I keep forgetting EXs are not basics.
Correct. Alright then, let's see what we can do. This does not affect either of your dudes, so fantastic. Because Inteleon... Oh my god, wow, that's funny. Because Inteleon is accept Pokemon with a Roblox, which is the two that you have there, so... Right, I'm going to VIP pass, because we want to get ourselves started up here. Okay, that's in there immediately. Is the other part in there? Yes, it is. Okay. That's there. How many of the... All of them. Okay, that's fine. Let's grab ourselves a Miraidon and the Inteleon V. And then we're gonna do it again, because the mulligan was a VIP pass, and the next draw was also a VIP pass, so... I guess sometimes we do just kind of hit it. So it's a curious bit of I'm not actually sure what attacker is better here. Because it's tempting to grab Senor Ursh as well, but it seems a little... I don't know. I think we definitely want a second Inteleon, because I think Intel VMAX is probably the primary thing that I want to do here. It's just, do I grab... Yeah, it's going to be harder to get that out later on if I don't get it now, but it's probably fine. Yeah, I'm going to grab the Urshifu. And then I think from there we want to put a seal stone down, we want to attach a water, and that will do. Go ahead.
Sealed cards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oops.
What happened there?
You probably double tapped or something, yeah. Okay, so the water is there, and then that was it for me, right? Yeah, so... Yeah, that looks like a draw 22 instead of a draw 2, so... That's probably what happened.
Or steel stone?
Yep.
Nest ball?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are we working?
Yep.
I don't want to play supporter, but it's very destructive if I do that, so probably not this turn. We can force Sealstone, though.
You can, yeah. You could potentially get a different... if you've got a different supporter type in there, you could potentially get it. Or, I mean, it could just be greening cells end turn sort of bit, isn't it? So... Fair enough.
Natural Grass Energy. Judge.
Yep.
When you have researched Clara, Raihan,
Yeah, no,
Spidops,
it's
just
fair
like
enough. It's fair enough.
pain.
Yep. No, when in doubt, play the disruption and hope that you stop me.
Trekking shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I want that. I'll do another trekking shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want that. And breeding cells.
Yep. Basically the same as Roar of the Sword. And yeah, like we said, Inteleon does not stop non-Robot stuff. So anything, it only stops non-Robots. So all of this lot actually does work out. The Spidops would also work out because it's an EX, but unfortunately that Tarantula is not living because I think my hand was already pretty good, but I think you've kind of made it worse for yourself here.
What can I do?
Yeah,
I can't afford to discard that much.
No, it's understandable. Now, to be fair, I have Sealstone as well, so it's not as if I couldn't just do it with that too. Irida seems like a good start here. Because we're going to grab ourselves Inteleon VMAX. Trying to think what item I want here, actually, because...
Right, double gunner's a thing.
Yes, so...
I'm probably not getting... This is probably a terrible matchup for this deck, honestly.
Probably.
Because I can't play a bigger Tarantula, really.
Probably. Oh, I think I know what I should probably do here. Yeah. Yeah, I should probably do that. Because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, that's going to be the better pick here, I think. Right. Okay, I'm not going to come out of the deck for a while because I do have a decent bit to do with a bit here because I have the artillery as well. That was something I was going to be able to get into before. I did have both Urshifu VMAX and Inteleon VMAX, that's why I was like, you were right to judge, it's just it's probably not being made any better here in a bit. Because I'm going to have that, and we are going to... I am going to fire the double gunner first, actually, I think. This is bench Pokemon, so I can't hit the active with that. Which is why I've got to do it this way, because I need 2 on this thing. And then we are torn between 2. No, I think it's fine. I'm not going to rope yet. Sorry, it was just like too much in mind at one go. We're going to use both the Sealstone. No, yeah, I've used that once. We're going to use both the Sealstone and the artillery here. The artillery search, the one that you're going to see, is going to be that. And then, of course, the Sealstone, I mean, surprising nobody is going to grab that.
Well, there's no point continuing this. Yeah. This is just a horrible matchup.
Yeah.
Of the health values.
Yep, it is, because I'm going to bench, I'm going to attach.
Also that.
That doesn't help, yeah. But yeah, obviously I'm going to bench, I'm going to attach, I'm going to Yoga Loop the Tarantula for a knockout and take an extra turn before you do anything. So,
Which,
yeah.
Ridiculous.
A bit ridiculous. Because that means I get a whole fresh thing with artillery there as well, so it's like Ultra Ball retrieval in hand barely even matters at that point, sort of thing with it, yeah.
Yeah, no, this deck's just gonna walk all over this.
Yeah, it is. Grab something else out if you want with a bit, because this is the other thing I really wanted to sort of play here, so... Because I've been interested in this deck for a while, but it just hasn't, like, done anything until this format, I don't think. I've not really seen it anyway in sort of any of the bits, and it's like, I don't know exactly why, but it seems to have had success now, so like, okay, this is a good enough opportunity, I guess, to fire it, so... what would you like?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Well, that gives everything away, but in fact, it's a mulligan.
I see. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Good start, good start. Oh, I guess the Empo is really annoying again for this deck, isn't it? Because, oh no, it's basic only, isn't it? So, like, yeah, fair enough. I was thinking it could be good against the Arceus. No, it's basic only, otherwise I think it would have been played a lot more. You know?
Double turbo energy, and... Go ahead, I can't do anything else turn.
Okay, we will draw. That is a lot of ball cards. Alright, well, Nest Ball is getting fired first. It's kind of annoying, because it's like, I don't know what I can do from otherwise. It's like good here. Yeah, each your opponent's basic Pokemon in play have no abilities. Unfortunate! It would have been really cool to have said, yeah, Arceus doesn't do anything anymore. That would have helped,
Except
right?
no.
Except no. Well, I mean, oh, maybe I could just do that instead. That would probably be better. Okay, well, Nest Ball is gonna grab the Remoraid. Like, that much is just a given. Sometimes you just kind of wish you would have Arven in the deck, and you just don't. Because Arven for Sealstone for the rapid energy would probably be at least decent here. Although, yeah, I mean, 200. I mean, well, no, because yeah, you can just like, if you get the V-Star, it just like you will scale up to KO. So probably not that good, but still. Yeah, 200 HP is kind of annoying. Who would have guessed? Let's see. Because I have Ultra Ball, I'm just thinking what the discard is, and B, what am I doing with the Ultra Ball? 'Cause this is a weird little conundrum. So if we grab that for... might just have to be it. Alright, yeah, we'll discard Boss, and I feel like it's gotta be Ultra Ball here. Grab ourselves a Luminion to grab Irida. Water Pokemon is another Intel, because I don't trust that this one's surviving. And, well... no, actually, it should be the VMAX, shouldn't it? Because I can just get VIP Pass. Yeah. Grab the VMAX and then just get VIP Pass for the thing here. Right, I've got to clean up my board real quick. VMAX to hand. VIP Pass is getting played. We're going to grab that Intel with that. And... is Ursh even... I mean, Ursh is probably okay in this matchup, actually thinking about it. Yeah, we'll grab an Ursh. Right, okay. So that's supporter played. That's all the stuff from the supporter played. We want to attach, but I don't know if it's a good idea. I think I need to though, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to attack here. Yeah, I'm gonna attach and pass. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry for the weird turn with it, but yep.
Professor Burnett.
Yep. Mildew.
Unfortunately, it's... Is there anything else we can grab here that might be worth putting in the discard?
I'm just gonna say, even the worst card in the deck, once you've gotten both your birds in there, it's gonna be the third and fourth bird.
Yeah, the problem is there's only one bird in there, and there's one bird in hand.
Yeah.
So like,
I see.
So this is find the. I mean, yeah, you can do just one. That's also fine. If you don't want to discard anything else, you can just discard one.
Problem is, Summoning Star for one is just death versus this kind of deck.
Does seem like it'd be pretty bad.
I'm looking at the situation now after seeing the prizes, and yeah.
Okay, yeah. Understandable.
That's all prizing. Look at this.
Understandable. That next turn wasn't going to go very well for you, I don't think, because I had access to a double gunner, I had the artillery as well, so it's just like, I promote this guy, I go artillery, bench intel, research, and see from there. So like, yeah, Nest Ball helps a bit as well. Nest Ball grabs the Alakazam, I think at that point is the best bet. So we do that, and then research for 7 beforehand, because we want to go for, yeah, because I drew the Rapid Strike energy, so we're going for the hit. Yeah, that does it, because I've got Intel down in play. I go double gunner on you 2 bench guys, one of them being the Archeops. Alakazam move 1 damage from the Tyranitar to the Archeops, and then Gmax Rapid Flow kills the Archeops. And from there, it's going to be very difficult. Yeah, because you've not got any Archeops in play anymore, then it's just yeah, so understandable completely. That was unfortunate. We'll try that again if you want, though, because it didn't get much going there. I mean, so yeah,
that's not the way Lugia normally loses to itself, at least.
Yeah, understandable.
If you didn't draw your Garden, that's probably really good to have those 2 in the prizes.
Okay, we will take our mulligan. Alright.
Generative energy?
Yep. So if this VMAXes, it heals 100.
Capturing Aroma.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Evolution card. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okie dokie, we will draw. God, this hand is a mess. It does have a VIP pass, so that's like the one good thing here, but this hand is a bit of a dookie otherwise. To the point where I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with it. Yeah, you can see why. It's woof. Okay, so that's at least all available, which is good. Remoraid seems like the obvious first pick. This is where you really miss, like, Ordinary Rod is not available anymore sort of thing, right? Is, when you look at stuff being like, well, I want to research, but, like, this is a painful research, you know? Fucking sucks is what it is. Alright, we're gonna grab the Ursh, I think, as well here. And, well, based on the way the rest of it is, I can't not, like, do something, because this is gonna be going down, probably. I think I probably just attach the water and then research, and this sucks, dude. Like, what the hell is this? Like, man. Tough lie for the stuff here. But sometimes you do get a tiny bit rewarded off of it, because we do get another VIP pass, so... Necessary evil, I think, is the best way I can describe what just happened. I feel like I grab the Zan now, because this is going to be annoying to grab if I don't. Just what's the other good mon to get? Like You're good, but not at the moment. It's gonna take a lot of setup before that can happen. Barf. That's all I can say. I don't know what to do. So much pain. I guess we just grab another Intel. Yeah, that seems right. Let's do that. We'll go... Am I worried about you bossing the video a bit? Maybe just about enough. I will put another Remoraid down and go ahead.
I mean, going for a boss this turn with no real way to attack with it's probably not where I want to go.
Probably not, but at the same time, I'm like, Remoraid is, like, artillery is probably the way I stay healthy the most here, so...
Leafeon.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if this is actually possible this game before we commit. Okay, it is, but just barely.
He prized two of them again. Alright, yep. Let's see it.
I saw that, and if you topped the Archeops, I would have been.
Summoning Star.
Yep.
Primal Turbo.
Yep.
It is still enough for one of those, so we should probably spread out the energy here.
This is like the absolute perfect song to have come on just now because Valstrax's theme has just come on and I'm like, yep, that is exactly what's happening right now. Yep, we can do that for another one.
And Tempest Dive.
For 200 exactly, yep. Okay, we have a way. It's not a great way, but we have a way nonetheless. Because I do have Sealstone in hand, so we are going to put that down and fire it off. And we are pretty much just going to show the card immediately, because it has to be used this way. It's Iridai for artillery. And what item even does anything here? Ultra Ball maybe? Ultra Ball probably does a decent bit. I don't really see any other item that's going to do it. Yeah, Ultra Ball is fine. Probably not playing it this turn, but it's still fine. Okay, that goes down. This into hand. This gets fired. Oh no, I guess I should probably play Ultra Ball this turn, shouldn't I? Yeah, I will be. I'll get there in a sec. Because we're going to use that to grab the Urshifu VMAX. Ultra Ball, discarding Intel, and... Does it matter? Do I have another one in discard? I don't. Yeah, let's just... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to discard the Retrieval because it's going to be just as easy here. And then that's going to get the VMAX for the bench one. So we're going to do that. And we have Rapid Strike Energy there. This has been discarded with the Intel to hit the two Archeops.
Yep. Well, are you going to be? You're going to be rapid flowing them anyway.
I'm going to be rapid flowing them anyway, so 140 total.
Might as well not waste our time here.
Yes. Yes.
This is going to look weird. Serena to discard cards.
No, I get it, because you've got Urn in hand, right? So, or
Yeah.
you'll have Urn, yeah,
I
so I
don't
get
think
it.
card order may have been may want to be different, but I'm not sure what the exact goal is.
I mean, do I even earn at this point? They're going down,
Yeah.
regardless what I do here. In which case, Primal Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
They're going down.
Gift Energy's is Gift Energy gonna work?
Just
Knocked
let's
out
look-
by damage from an attack.
Look at what's gonna kill them.
I suppose not then.
Yeah, they're gonna get gunned down, not hit. They're gonna get.
In which case, again, just Primal Turbo.
So one of them is going to the Luminion. It's to one Pokemon per Archeops, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I should make trying to knock out Luminion a bit more unappealing, I guess.
Okay, so that's one, obviously, one Archeops used.
Might just only need the one energy from this.
Okay.
Tempest Dive.
Yep, for 200. Okay, needs a bit of a specific hit, I think, but that's not it. Okay,
Did I shuffle? Do you mind if I just...
No, go for it, go for it. Because, yeah, the shuffle after the energy stuff, obviously. It really sucks that I had to use the Seal Stone to get into it last time, but there just was no other way, because I had to get to Irida. I was really hoping I could have just, like, Luminion for it or something, but obviously couldn't do that. Okay, so I need 2 cards and I can only grab 1 currently, which is a problem. I wonder then if it's better just to... I wonder if it's better just to do that. Just, yeah, take a prize and hope that gets there. It seems like the reasonable bet. Because Zam is up 2. Yeah, 2 from one of the opponents to another one is up 2. I feel like I am like 1 card short of doing what I want off of it. I don't know if there's one in the prizes for it, but I think taking the prize is still okay to start with here. I'm going to use the Zam to move 1 counter from one of the Archeops to the other one to leave it at 20 health remaining. Okay, that is good, but it isn't quite the way I wanted to do this. That's a shame, actually, because I know what I want to do, but I can't do it with this setup. Irritating. The active's got a V-Guard on it as well, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
All
it's-
3 Vs have V-Guard
Yeah,
on them, I think.
'cause it's
Or
like mine-
Is this a V-Guard? Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like minus 50 is at the moment, is the thing, yes.
The idea is to have these be fat and not enough prizes elsewhere at the minute.
Right, yeah, no, I get that, I get that. Pepper knows exactly what I want to do, but he also knows how I'm 1 card short of doing it right now.
Yeah.
I needed a way out and a way to the card itself, and I just haven't gotten there. And I don't think it's a good idea to try and just use this for it. That seems unwise. Just trying to draw into it seems like a really bad idea, so it's almost tempting to... The annoying thing is the fact of that fucking discard stadium cards as well, so I'm in the same spot if I just do the quote-unquote safe play with it here. I'm in the exact same spot next turn from... frustrating, because I just don't know how best to handle it. So all of your Pokemon in play, yeah. So it includes itself, so even if eventually I was to be able to hit with Rapid Flow, that's not happening. I guess the one plus side is the other Arceus really isn't doing anything at the moment. Like, nothing I care about, right? Because you've already got 2 attackers set up, and I mean, if you put down like a Tyranitar or something, it's probably only good for me, because it's a 2-prizer that's easier to hit than this. So, it's probably not even a good idea for you to do that. I mean, I'm going to use the Intel, that's for sure, because I have a water. I don't want to hit the Archeops here, is the thing. Yeah, Luminion is getting hit for sure. Like, that's a guaranteed. Is it... Taking out the Gardevoir doesn't feel like it does anything. I guess just hit the Lugia then, because there may be a play where that can come in. Although... No, I would still have Serena. No, this is not the game where I've discarded boss. Okay, so like Serena is still possible. We have to use the artillery. I just really don't know how best to handle it. It's awkward. This is how... How do we get into this again? No, I think I have to just kind of do it. I'm gonna grab the tower here. Because I think I have to kind of try and quote-unquote buy another turn here. We'll put the tower down so we can zero retreat to the Intel. I have a Rapid Strike energy, and we will GMAX Spiral, put the energy back to the hand, and do 90 total here. Again, I know exactly what I want to do, it's just not quite there yet.
Oops. Boss in the Urshifu?
Sure, sure. Seems like a mistake, but sure.
I mean, I'm not really dealing with the Inteleon right now, so...
No, I get it, but you're opening yourself up to Roxanne, but you do you. It's fine.
Tempest Dive?
Yep.
Discard the stadium, obviously.
Yeah.
That is a free prizer. That is a...
Yes, it is. That's why it's like, yeah, opening yourself up massively to it, but, you know. It wouldn't have worked even if it did it the other way around. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I've still kind of just got to hit one of a part of it, I suppose. So, Melanie. Accelerate 1, draw the 3. Okay, that does hit it. We are going to use this guy to grab out the, where is he gone? The Metachan. So that's going to go down, energy is going to go there. We did hit the stadium. And then we need to move stuff around a little bit. I still don't know how I'm getting enough prizes here off of it, but we're crossing that bridge when we get there. We're going to shift to... I feel like it's probably got to be from there to the active. Like, feels like it makes the most sense, because I am going to have to swing on that at some point soon, so... Yeah, seems like it's going to make the most sense. We retreat out, and we play this. No, I don't play the Seal Stone down because there's no point. I know I can't use it. It's more just it could be Ultra Ball target. So, and then yeah, we're gonna Yoga Loop the Arceus, take our prize, and take an additional turn. So we draw. Okay. So now, where are we going from there? We do... It's for one... It is just awkward because I know this doesn't affect the prize math at all. I'm just trying to think, can we get an additional turn out of it at some point that makes it worth it? Because I can't Yoga Loop this turn, obviously. Oh, this is also available, so that's good. Funny that Smash Uppercut's not affected by resistance. It's just such a weird little ad here. I mean, the amusing thing is Medicham doesn't die to anything that's on the field at the moment, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Oh boy. I guess losing the Urshifu is maybe a little bit awkward here. It's hard to say because I don't think it actually matters that much, but at the same time it is just kind of awkward, kind of irritating. Alright, how much we got through? We got 1, 2, that's a single one. What are we on here? None. So double turbo is still available probably. A little bit annoying. This is such a weird spot to be in. I guess I regret putting this Reverie down now, but what was I supposed to do, right? Like, if I don't have Octillery, I just lose the game on the spot, so... I kind of had to, I felt like I had to put it down just in case you did just have, like, you know, Ultra Ball or something off the top and just get rid of Arceus in hand. I know how this deck operates, right? It just kind of exists like that. Again, I know what I want to do, but it's just hard to get the spot for it. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to shift the 2 damage counters to the Lugia. Because I'm looking at this going, I am probably going to have to just take out these guys. We're going to boss up the Gardevoir, because it protects itself with its ability as well here. Put a Rapid Strike energy down on the Intel, use the Stadium to switch to the Intel, and GMAX Spiral to do 120 and put the Water back into hand. 120, not 130. Remember, this is exactly what I'm saying. This protects itself as well, so it's 140 base damage and then minus 20 from its own effect.
Nestfall?
Mm-hmm.
If that is in there, the only thing is getting out. That has to be confirmed. Research.
Okay.
Okay, what are you gonna do about this? Ultra Ball, discarding Earn of Vitality and capturing Aroma.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Ooh,
Collapse Stadium.
okay, fair enough.
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope. You do not have a full bench.
Oh, wait, I can fix that, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Sorry, it's a bit of an ordering thing, but we can fix this.
Go much deeper to do it though. We have to go much.
Right, now Collapse can discard the thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you want to know what I'm going to do about it? I'm not going to kill the Gardevoir, that's for sure. You're stuck for the rest of the game, dude. Alright. I know the annoying...
I'm stuck anyways because of this.
Yeah, like, you're trapped for the rest of the game. I'm just gonna
I
go
only
ahead
have
and...
single strike energy left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, because all I have to do now is shift damage away from the Gardevoir, and just, like, every other turn I hit, right? And, I go from there. Yeah. Without any... If you don't have a switch card, that's kind of it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
Yep. It did stop me from putting the Lumineon down, which is kind of annoying, because I don't think I do actually have one more tower, so I guess I could have gotten that down. So the alternative play there could have maybe been tower and gust up the Tyranitar, right? Because
There isn't even a switch in this.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, if I go Rapid Strike Search for the tower, put the tower down, gust up the Tyranitar, because it's got like a 4 retreat, and you've gotten rid of your Urn plus like all of the energy, right? Almost. So it's like that's basically impossible to get out as well. And then I can kind of just do what I want with Yoga Loop and stuff that turn. Probably Yoga Loop to take out the Guardy, and then from there I can do more damage as well, so I can start working out the rest of the board math from there. That's what I do. I had Serena left in deck as well, so that's where the boss part comes in, because Luminion for Serena to bring the Tyranitar out would have been the play. And yeah, that would have been the goal, I think, from there. Close, really freaking close.
Like, there's no switch out cards at all.
Yep. No, I was very meticulous in the way that I'd set it up going, yeah, Gardevoir, I was reading it again and like rereading it. This protects itself as well, so I was like, I'm not killing you if I do 120 here, but I am maximizing the outs, going, well, now I can Yoga Loop if I can, like, engineer the board state, right? Because the other alternative bit was going to be, like, Yoga Loop it and try and Serena up the Lugia to try and just get, like, down to parity at that point and try and go from there, right?
I was looking for a DTE, but it just didn't exist.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't remember how many the deck played at this point, whether it was 3 or 4 was the
prizes
thing.
were not great.
I did, I did see you had the other one there at the end, so yeah, I can understand that. But I didn't know if it played 3 or 4, because if it played 4, that Gambit might not have worked out, right? Because I'd be thinking, do you have a way of retreating sort of bit with it? Yeah, I had. It's weird, because like I'd obviously noticed it's like going, alright, you've committed a ton of energy to the board and stuff here with it, so is there a conceivable way that I can trap? And losing the Urshifu did sort of hurt that way, right? Because it means that I didn't have as much damage output over the turns. But, I mean, hell, even if it is just Yoga Loop, but every couple of turns or whatever for a bit, get the odd double gunner in there as well for getting some extra damage out. I think I had enough turns there where I'd be able to handle it. As it turns out, the Rock's Armor's in the prizes, which was a little bit awkward, but not that much of a disaster there. Yeah, tough tough setup for sure. You definitely did not make that easy on me, but you know, obviously that is the plan. But yeah, for sure you did not give me an easy ride on that one.
Why is there no Switch cards in here?
No space, I'm guessing. And because you can just excel the pay retreat if you really have to.
Yeah, in games where your Archeops go down early.
Yeah, well, those games are usually lost games anyway. I'll be real with you. I don't...
Lugia is not a deck built for consistent wins.
Yeah, like, there was a good reason why I just went straight after the Archeops as the thing, even ignoring the attacker in front of me, even though it was dangerous. I was like, yeah, it's just that's what you want to do with it, right? You want to just hit
If I had
out
found
these
any
first.
of my bosses at any point.
Potentially, yeah. But you'd already used one to take out the Urshifu, and you'd, like...
The others weren't priced.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, that hand with that one boss was weird, because, like, boss, judge, research was the hand I saw at the time. Was he would use the boss then or get rid of it? Was he...
My only argument is why I said I think it's a mistake, apart from you are playing into Roxanne, which is very possible. The reason I figured it was a mistake is because I thought if you just hit the Inteleon that's in the active, then you just go, okay, like it's 2 attacks from there, right? Like the Urshifu isn't doing anything at that point because it needs the Melanie plus Rapid Strike to even attack. And if you just hit the Intel, then both of my free prizes are down to 1 attack remaining before they die. And so, like, that's all I could really attack with. And it's just a case of, well, now you just hit 1, take the free prize KO, then boss the last one. Right? I just didn't think it was necessary to boss kill that turn. But, again, maybe
I was looking for the DTE.
I guess so, yeah.
Which, to be fair, 3 out of 4 prizes. You would hope to hit it. But
yeah,
no,
I get it in that aspect. I'm just, I don't know. Because like if the Roxanne was available there, then I think that also probably just ends the game, because the Intel had full health at that stage, and it's like, well, you've got no Archeops available, your Lugias can't even KO the thing that's in front of it, because even Medicham survives by 10 because of double turbo, and it's like, well, now what? You know, I've put you down at 2
Powerful
cards.
colorless still a thing?
Nope, that was in like all of those energy are gone, but that was like Darkness Ablaze. There's a reason why the deck had to switch to this style instead of sticking with what it did, and it's not just because the other types went away. The early Sword and Shield stuff had a lot of special energy, and yeah, all of them obviously went. Yeah, I don't know what else I can really say with a bit there. I think I had just barely enough of a game plan to try and work it out. That was not an easy feat in the slightest, but unfortunate, I guess, that we just don't. I mean, I want to say unfortunate we don't play the 4th double turbo, but at the same time, like, what is it even doing here?
Yeah, like...
I mean, I've expressed my dislike of regenerative energy. I think this thing is garbage. But, like, even then, what am I replacing it with? Probably not DTE first, right?
Yeah, because you don't want too many DTEs. You want to hit full strength with this Tempest Dive sometimes. 220 hits a few things. A few bike-shaped things.
Yeah, so...
Don't want to overload in the V-Guard as well, because, well, decks aren't really playing Vs that much either.
I don't think it stacks anyway.
It doesn't stack,
Yeah.
so... But you're okay playing 4? Like, that would probably be the first thing I'd look at. Because I don't think it matters playing, like, 4. I mean, okay, if you attach 2 on the same thing, that's fine, right? It's not that bad, but it just, like... Regenerative energy just really feels like it never does anything to me. Like... If I see... I guess the only way this does something is, like, if you... yeah, this isn't out just yet. Next set, buddy. If...
That's what I was just checking.
Yeah,
That would be one I would consider.
Yes, and that I think that would be, like, a very appropriate answer, for sure. But yeah, the only way this does something is if your Lugia V gets hit and then you go Archeops regenerative energy. Because if the opponent sees that you've attached this preemptively, like on that first turn, no problem with that, by the way, it's just like this, the example. You're never actually going to...
I didn't necessarily want to throw this down first turn. And...
Again, no problem. That's not where I'm going with this. It's just like, when you attach it like that, it means I am just not hitting that Lugia before it evolves, right? Because what's the point of hitting it before it evolves? If I don't kill it outright, then it's just going to heal most of the damage off. So why would I even do it? And yeah, as a result, it's like...
How does this resolve with gift energy?
You get to choose the order of your own effects in that aspect, right? I'm pretty sure that's how everything like this has happened before.
Sure.
So like you'd be able to choose to do gift energy first and then lucky energy second. Unless you're on TCG Live and it probably does it automatically because screw you. But you know, may or may not have it just like
options.
May or may.
It stacks with gift energy and itself technically, but you wouldn't run too many of these. So you could run it alongside gift if you wanted.
It's like probably the like best worst sort of situation with it, isn't it? It's like it's effectively not really a card that does anything, but at the same time, options aren't as plentiful as they were, so you could consider that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much how it be, I suppose. We did see the way this. I'm surprised this didn't do anything beforehand. I'll be real. I don't know. There's like I don't really see this being any particularly stronger per se than what it would have been pre-rotation and everything, and it's not like Lugia didn't exactly change that much against it, really.
I think he was hyper focused on the main Intel engine.
It's possible.
Think about this.
It is possible.
Also, Cal, question actually from the game.
Uh-huh.
When you first search Octillery, why did you not just Octillery search Octillery?
Because it's a hard once per turn. You cannot use more than one Rapid Strike search ability each turn. If I could have done it, I absolutely would have, because that would have simplified the entire game for me.
Yeah, I forgot that detail.
It's one of the only cards in format that's a hard once per turn. So...
Which is what threw me off.
Yep. I wish that I could have done it, dude, because it was in deck, but that's just not how the card works. Because yeah, that was the whole thing that caused so much trouble, is that I couldn't do, like, the turn I was having so much issue with it, there's like 2 Rapid Strike and a Water Energy in the hand, I think it was, and that's the turn I just resigned to hitting with the Intel. It was like, I need the tower for switching, and I also need to get the Medicham, and I just don't have access to them. The only way that I could have maybe tried to do it was like Luxac through Corinna's Focus, like I attack, but then I have to preemptively attach the energy, I guess. No, not really. Like I can double gunner like I did, and then I've got 2 Rapid Strike energy in hand, so it's draw 4 to get 2 particular cards. Yeah, to get either like a Nest Ball, Medicham, or one of my remaining Ultra Ball, and the tower specifically. Or like, I guess Escape Rope could have probably done it at that point, but like, that's not a lot of options to get 2 specific cards from 2 different categories, right? So that didn't feel worth it. But I couldn't do everything I wanted in one turn. Like, the obvious answer was to Yoga Loop, but how do I get there? I couldn't do it that turn, and that's why I kind of just had to resign. And I was sort of just like kicking the can down the road a little bit with that, because of course Lugia discards the stadium, because this card does fucking everything, right, as the thing. But so I couldn't even like keep my tower in play as a thing. But what else was I gonna do, right? Like the only other option was the unreliable draw that isn't likely to get there. So I just kind of had to suck it up and go, well, alright, I suppose I'm waiting a turn then. It did get like another little bit of damage down, but with all the reduction that was going on there, that wasn't even like much at all, to be fair. But yeah, what else was I gonna do, right? I kind of had to just wait for the opportunity, because that was the meal ticket, if you will. There, I couldn't afford to take the second prize. Like I could have done, but I couldn't afford to take the second prize without it being on Yoga Loop, because I needed to have that extra turn to establish enough of a board to get it. Because obviously that's where the boss play came in the end, right? Is because I had the extra turn to do it. Is now I can do the boss play the second time around, and that's the sort of thing that I had to take an extra turn for. So
Maybe if I could have gotten to collapsed earlier, I could have tried to get rid of an Archeops.
yeah, possibly. Yeah, that could have been an annoying thing, couldn't it? Is if you denied me the Yoga Loop that way, then I've really got to sort of go back to the drawing board a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I'm trying to think through, and like the only other way maybe I could have, if I knew that I wasn't going to be able to hit it that turn, maybe the only other thing I would have done is like shifted more damage off of the Archeops to put it in Alakazam plus Yoga Loop range, rather than, because that would have just saved 20 damage to have elsewhere. But even then, that's not really a good or long-term solution, is it? So it's tough. Like, these decks are kind of tough. I mean, Lugia maybe not quite so much, but it's still like you've still got to like figure out, okay, in the case of if you know it's going down, am I gonna just put the extra energy in play early, right? Is one thing, but there are nuances to this as well. But like, holy hell, this kind of deck is tough to sort of micromanage here.
I think trying to make the Minion an unappealing target was probably a good idea, though.
Yeah, it was, because it made it more difficult for me to figure out the end game of the stuff, right? Because, like, again, you attached extra energy as well. Like, you can just retreat Liluminion. That isn't allowed to be active at the end of a turn, right? Because if it is, then you just get to Tempest Dive again, and I'm probably screwed at that point. So, no, absolutely right on that one. I completely agree there. But it's like, this is the first time I think in the series that we've actually played the Medicham. Not that it hasn't been viable at other points or like playable even, but this I think is the first time we've actually seen it, and it shows how complicated the thing can be, right?
Alright, while we're here,
yeah.
I should grab this out because we did.
Yeah, we didn't really get a full show with the bit here because Yoga Loop just kind of ripped to the live. Yeah, so we've seen the Leafeon, I think, before. If we haven't seen it in a full thing, we've definitely practiced with this before because of Galar Mine being a thing.
Back in Evolving Skies format.
Yeah, I think I did play the thing because I really liked the idea of greening cells as well with this thing, because this was before the Zacian was a thing as well, and it's just like you get to just pressure so much with this by just attaching an extra energy going first as well. Like, good lord, this can do so much. And yeah, Grass Knot with Galar Mine was pretty fun. Why don't we put Galar Mine on a web and have it that way instead, right? That's sort of the bit. Spidops being able to increase only the opponent's retreat cost, that does sometimes matter, is pretty good. This stacks, so if you get enough of these in play, yeah, you need 2 to match Galar Mine, but you can go beyond that, and then you're starting to hit like 300 plus damage on most stuff, because the average retreat cost is 2 for a Pokemon, so it gets rather nasty against most things. The biggest weakness for this is Mew by far, so Drapion is kind of necessary in this deck, because Mew doesn't have a retreat cost, so you can never really get enough damage on it with Leafeon. But
although, saying that, putting retreat cost on their Mew is something they also don't really appreciate, depending on the build they're on.
Yeah, because a lot of Mews were getting kind of greedy and playing Switch Cart instead of like enough escape ropes and stuff. I did notice that. So there's like maybe 2 cart, 2 escape rope was a thing I was seeing a bit more. So in that case, Mew VMAX having a retreat cost, especially if it's higher than 2, like it would probably need to be, but like even if they can't pay it with just 1 DTE, then yeah, you are going to cause them a lot of trouble there, because you're 2-shotting them. They can't manually retreat out of it, so they can't reset Cross Fusion Strike. So yeah,
you
for
can
like
also
10
trade
or
into
less.
them well with the Spidops itself. You don't necessarily have to go in with Leafeons.
Yes, it does do 90 plus 30 for each of the retreats, so like less max damage once you get beyond 3 retreat. Spidops is weaker, but it's also not a free prizer, and potentially harder to one-shot for some stuff as well. Because it is, I think the Leafeon being a Pokemon V is a bit more targeted than the EX of the Spidops, right? So... Granted.
Well, I just want to say, I hate that the good art over here is for the 40 HP Tarantula and not the 60.
Yep. There is a story with a bit, obviously, because Tarantula is naturally like picked on by Cypher, and well, Spidops is there to beat up the Cypher, so it's a really cool little vertical story too, because you stack the cards on top that way, and it actually shows the full picture, which is really cool. Lots of fun stuff with the way these pan out. But yeah, the problem, of course, especially with the way that I'd started that one, is like Tarantula has 40 HP, and therefore Double Gunner is devastating. And especially the way that I had set it up, going, well, I'm just gonna Double Gunner and then Yoga Loop it so I get the extra turn, and ouch. That's pretty much game set for now, I think.
That's why you don't play low HP basics, if you can help it.
Well, you see, the thing is, the other one has 60 HP, and all I would have done, because I didn't even do it right, because I did 2 double gunners, I would have just done either the 2 gunners to hit it that way, or if I was thinking
Gunner,
otherwise,
Alakazam,
yeah, exactly, single gunner Alakazam.
Like, nothing
plus
scares
Yoga
me.
Loop. I still would have got one that way, so it's tough, no matter what. And then that gives me another turn to have another set of double gunners go off and everything. So it is just so difficult at that point. Understandably so. And not to mention, this wasn't a VMAX yet because it was the second turn of mine going first. So 200 HP is very much reachable with the Alakazams, and the fact of this doesn't resist water, so I hit 140 with the Intel VMAX. With a couple of Alakazam swings over, that's just gonna get it as well. So yeah, this whole deck is designed to just like manipulate the stuff around, obviously, and just like hit where it needs to hit in order to either take an extra turn or just like move damage enough so that you can take key knockouts and things on a bit here. Like your instinct, of course, when you play against someone like Urshifu is to bench Manaphy, and Manaphy is actively detrimental in the face of Medicham V, right? Because it's just going to get double gunned, and then it's going to put damage counters from Yoga Loop is going to get the extra turn taken on it. At which point Manaphy is no longer in play and Urshifu kills you anyway. So it's like a catch-22 sort of loop with it here. And I think the Lugia is probably, it feels like it'd be one of the tougher matchups because you don't have as many liabilities that way, and if you do what you did and put like V-Guard energies on everything, my damage output is like nothing, right? So this feels like it would be one of the tougher matchups, even if you can get through the Arceus like I did, because you've already accelerated your entire thing into play by the time I get rid of them, right? So this feels like it's a tough match.
Also resists fighting, so you can't Gale Frost spam it down easily.
Yep. So that only does 120 base, which Gardevoir V-Guard puts down to just 70, which is nothing.
Honestly, not playing the Gardevoir at all might be better there, just to remove the liability. We saw how that game ended.
Well, yeah, I think that, again...
At the same time, denting the Lugias at that board state is very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely is. So, like I said, I think this is a tougher matchup than... No, I mean, it was led on as a pretty tough matchup. It's not as if I breezed through that one. But I think this is tougher than you would even potentially give it credit for just looking at the surface, right? Because this really can just like stop the damage output here. This is not a deck that does high damage in one concentrated shot here. So, yeah. Last bit I'm going to note, because I know we're going on for ages on a bit here, the Inteleon in here is not completely standard, but I wanted it anyway because I know how annoying like Lost Box stuff is as a standard here, and the fact that we can get Rapid Strike energy to move around here, unlike the last, the Kyurem Palkia thing that I played Empo for, this one can actually use the Rapid Strike energy and move the Rapid Strike energy to the bench to set up stuff a lot better, right? Because you just move it to the Urshifu, or even to the Intel, because that's like one of the big strengths of this deck, is you can just attach Rapid Strike energy to the Intel and bounce the Rapid Strike back to hand in order to hit the 140. Like, you're not even losing energy at that point, so being able to shift an energy from the Empoleon to this, but also providing a really nasty disruption against a lot of, against Lost Box in particular, is very nice. So I'm trying to think if there's any other decks that get hit by it at the moment, and I don't think there is, because of the non-rule box thing is like, it's basically it. So I think it is just Lost Box, but it's also an attacker in this deck, which is beneficial to have on something that doesn't give up free prizes. So I do kind of like it in here, even if it's feels a bit weird sometimes, you know. Yeah, that's Scarlet Violet in a nutshell. I think with pretty much all of the new stuff that saw success, I think, came in with it here, because EXs weren't the weakest out of the gate, but they certainly weren't as strong as they would be in the future. So yeah, Gardevoir is insane, but that's about it, really. Like, Miraidon is okay. People thought it was going to be like the next most amazing thing, because I mean, basic decks usually are, right? Let's be real. It's got precedent for Miraidon to have been nuts right out of the gate.
And it did have crazy tools. Like,
yes,
it got its own max elixir basically,
exactly.
But it can high roll.
Exactly. So it's not as if there's no precedent for it to be like top tier and everything. I think it's just like V-Stars as a whole have just been very difficult to deal with for a lot of decks, because there's a lot of tools that they can use to keep themselves set up, but they also have 280 HP on a 2-prizer. That is not easy to hit in one go. Mostly only done by other V-Star decks right now, so, you know, it's...
And Gardevoir.
Yeah, and Gardevoir, which is also needs a lot of setup to do the thing. But yeah, that's why the Gardevoir deck was so good, is because it could actually hit those numbers. Yeah. But that's mostly it from here, but don't worry, the EXs are going to be super strong as we go forward. We certainly know the next, like, major one, right? That's going to be a thing, but we've got to wait a set for that, so... I heard there's, like, a cat with a sword that comes out in the next one that seems kind of good. So,
a new Mega Weavile, was it?
Yeah, Mega Evolution did come back a generation, in this generation. People just didn't realize it. Waha. Right, that's it for everything on YouTube side at the moment. Thank you very much for watching, and